Welcome back to Hollywood, everybody. We are back on Hollywood Animal, the stuff that dreams are made of. And we are trying to complete the factory pathway. We are close to getting our third one here. We're starting to try to line up 13 films in a row that will all have fresh story elements. They might not be very good, but that's our goal, to see if we can get that thing done. And then releasing 13 films in a year, as you can see by what we have backlogged, is not going to be a problem for us. You'll notice the date is 19th of October, 1946, instead of the 22nd. That is because at the end of last episode, whenever I had checked on this Frightening Tales, the game locked up on me. So I had to reload from, luckily, the autosave, which was in October. Just did everything the exact same in those 19 days. And we're going to pick up from here because we're going to start working on a script. And we're going to go with a sci-fi Caribbean dejected idealist over here. We're going to give that to Christopher Holt. No, actually, Jesse Holt. Christopher Hill's going to get the daring, a horror, World War II Europe, and a cop will go to Christopher Hill. And then we're going to get started on another story workshop. This one is going to be one sent in by you all and requested. So this is going to be the Bumbling Brigade. It's a, as requested, Abbott and Costello slash Three Stooges mashup. So we're going to put this one in a modern American city. All comedy we're going to go with on this one. We're going to have 5 brothers in arms with a corrupt official. Supporting characters are going to be an angry boss, a damsel in distress. All the comedy tags are going to be used. So we need to have slapstick, highbrow, lowbrow, slapstick, and then we will get a thrilling chase as well. With the finale being the protagonists are going to get a shot at a better life. Where is that at? There it is. Okay, let's get our comedy guru Felix Hill on that one. And then we'll see what we've got from there. I'm not sure what I want to put Wilson on yet, so we'll hold off on him just for a moment and see in a second. But Frightening Tales is getting ready to go into production. We've got a lot of other films that have some freshness. Gearing up for that. The Lost Weekend is done on its run. Send that to archives. Distant Organ Sound still has legs left in that one. We will pull back to 10,000 though, because I don't think it has that much left in it. El Dorado's about to open on Halloween here, which means we need to get something else ready to be released. Nothing has turned stale. A for El Dorado. Well done. 4 stars. 2, 2, 3, 1. Is the Buffalo Breath gonna? Oh, it doesn't even chime in. 4 stars. So I thought Buffalo Breath was focused on westerns. Apparently not. Or they just didn't care to see this one. Everything's still fresh. Lock that in. Hopefully it doesn't change anything. All right, so it impacts the sidekick element. And that's The Treasure of Sierra Madre until November 1947. That was one I was hoping to be able to release. Let's do Spellbound next. 2 solid 8s. Everything's fresh on it. This one will be Thanksgiving with just 19,000. No, we can't do that. 35 it is. We may not have a Christmas release. Not going for the factories. Young men. Young women as well. Yep. There we go. But again, our our mission as a studio has become very clear for the next 13 films. All right, Hubert. Yep. This is the last contract we have to sign all these guys to. The closer we get to Act 1, the more I get excited for Act 2. Haven't heard any news about it yet to share, so I don't know when that will be. They haven't released a new roadmap that I've seen anyways. But I'm excited for that to happen at some point. And I'm hoping it'll be, hopefully in the first half of 2026 that we'll get it. That'd be nice. That may be wishful thinking. But it would be a lot of fun because I'm excited to see what the 50s and the 60s all have in store for us. December 1946. So this one, the best years of our lives. Let's change this. We could do medium 46 days, 36 days for low, 48 days there. Yeah, let's change this. 46 days, 36 days. We're going to take a hit. No, I don't want to. This is one of our prestige films. If we have to release it in early January, we'll release it in early January because it's not fresh at the moment anyways. But that one may be the next one we end up releasing. Notorious turned out okay. Go ahead and start that one, and we will get to work on another script as well. Wait, does this have all fresh? It does, barely. I don't know if it will stay that way. Actually, it's only 7 stars, so we're going to do these to get it out there faster. All on the soundstage. If it's not at least 8 stars, which it could be elevated up to 8 stars, I know. But if it's not higher right off the bat, I think we just consider it a factory film and get it out there. Our ambitious woman, well, spirited young lady. Oh, let's go Catherine Atkins. This is her wheelhouse. Her love interest is going to be... Who do we want it to be? Let's put... Nope, too old. We'll go with Will Hill. The mentor could be Tom Alexander. And our war criminal is going to be Marvin Conti. And let's get to work on another script. That script is going to be the 1947 Best Picture winner, Gentleman's Agreement. This was directed by Elia Kazan, who was a Greek director. He also directed On the Waterfront later on. Gregory Peck, Dorothy McGuire starred in this one. She's a widowed reporter. He is a widowed reporter, I believe. I think that's it. Asked to write a story on anti-Semitism by his boss. He experiences bigotry because he goes undercover as being Jewish for 6 months. Ends up seeing it all, moves into college. From what I've heard of it, it hits the nail a little too much on the head, makes it kind of confusing in what it's trying to get across. We'll put all drama on this one in a modern American city. So a protagonist will be we don't have a reporter. We could do a working man. The antagonist is going to be society. Angry boss is going to be there. We'll say that will be our newspaper boss. We could do a rival. No, doesn't really fit. We'll just leave it at that. And we're going to have a magical lesson. No, actually that one I've got for something else we can maybe throw in there and try it. Let's go with Ugh. We could do a generational conflict. Social rejection. It's good enough. And the protagonist on this one, he goes to like some cottage. He's going to be reformed. Bernard, I don't know. Do something with that. Good luck, sir. And then we're going to put another story in the works. And this one is also from 1947, The Bishop's Wife. Directed by Henry Koster, starring Cary Grant, Loretta Young, David Niven. It's got a little bit of comedy in it as well. A little bit of romance. There we go. Modern American City again. So he is, I think the bishop, what was the angel's name? Dudley. We don't have like a spirit, do we? We don't have a spirit. So, Who do we make? We could make the bishop. Or it's what he's trying to, like the widow wants to leave money for a cathedral. The bishop prays to get it to not be, or wants a new cathedral. She wants to do it, but she wants to dedicate to her husband too much. She ends up giving the money to the poor. There's a romantic triangle that goes on at one point. Let's take some liberty with it. Let's put a hardened cynic in there. The antagonist, no antagonist. We will have a worried wife because he's kind of neglecting her. The bishop, we'll say that's the bishop. A rival, no, not a strict parent. Female rival. The mysterious guide can be the angel. Dudley. We will have a magical lesson. It's the magic is in the angel tricks. We'll make it festive as well. Although that feels a bit Hallmarky. We need to have a love, unrequited love, because she says, no, go away. At the end, we'll do the protagonist reformed again. Oh, restores faith and ideals. There we go. Get to work on that, Wilson. We'll see. Are there new scripts to be bought? Oh, there are. That's got some stale ones. An unexpected ally, Christopher Hill, will violate the code, but let's buy it. This one could be worth it. Again, might be worth it. Okay. Frightening Tales is ready to go into production. We got 197 days left. Everything's fresh in this one. We're about to make everybody unhappy. 16 days, 7 days a week, and a second unit. Oh, we could even cut it down. Oh, we could get that thing done in 23 days. Let's do it. Oh, they're going to hate us. They are going to hate us. Our Lake, we're going to do the same thing with this one. They are going to hate us. 32 days. Uh-oh. What happened? Alton Hughes rewrote half the lines in the script. He told the screenwriter that whoever wrote it was a total idiot. Okay. Vincent Hodges and his 1 star. The whole filming schedule is slower, higher quality film, though. Vincent Hodges, he's like not even ours. So he can be unhappy. But that kind of stinks for slowing us down. Let's see what we have. Freshness. Looks like strike to the rear might be the thing we go with. Fumes. Let's go with fumes. Again, we're about to make everybody unhappy with us. Not worth it. Everything's on the soundstage. That'll get us 40 days. And then we will just shoot these things big time. Burn right through them. But man, we're getting some experience. We're just going to throw a lot of parties. Our wayward soul will be Joel Klein. The bureaucrat is going to be... We don't have anybody. This is where I miss Gabe. Let's put Oliver Blake in charge of that one. Got 4 out there. Let's get a 5th one. That'll be strike to the rear or trouble in the tropics. We're running a risk on the mentor. There's a lot of those out there. With a shield. There we go. Everything on a soundstage. 62 days still for pre-production. Ugh. But we can shoot it fast. We're going to have to because we're running out of producers. All right. Our night. Don't have who I was thinking of. We'll go Roger Jenkins with Gene Stein being the vampire. Let's get this thing going. The postman always rings twice. 2 7s. And Donald Gallagher is leveled up. Shelve that one. Can't do anything with it at the moment, but let's get him started on a script idea. Let's do the American Civil War Wayward. We haven't had a daring adventure in a while. Let's give him that one. All right. We have nothing that can go into release yet. 1947, 1947, 47, 47, 47. But those are in March 1947, some of in which we serve. So we're waiting on the best years of our lives. So we are not going to have a Christmas movie this year because we're going for our factory. But El Dorado is crushing it. Wow. Let's just give it. Distant organ sound is about to run. We'll just give it a big run in the holidays. Got nothing else going for it. Distant organ sound is done. It did just fine. Here comes Spellbound, our Thanksgiving release. Solid A. This and El Dorado are going to have to carry us through Christmas. But we'll hit it big at the end of 1947 once we get our 13 fresh films out there. Felix Hill maxed out at 9 stars. He's gotten gray on us finally. Oh, and we've got love interest. Antagonist gets killed. What does that hit? So many of them. Until... Oh. Okay. We'll figure out some other ones. We can make it work. This is why we're doing one film at a time. Oh, I gave him 5 years. Didn't need to. Oh, well. How many are we up to? We're up to 3. We are going to be... No, best years of our lives just got pushed back again. Okay, we can print. Okay. This is not going to play a factor for us. All the other things don't matter at this point. We do still have one fresh film. The Reanimator, everything's fresh here. That can be one that we put into production very shortly. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Frightening Tales is waiting for something. What is it waiting to use? Fateful Shoots. What is shooting on this one? News from the Past. Oh, we got it stuck behind another one. Up it. Go. Move. There we go. Let's get our lake ready to go. Oh, it got hit big on artistic appeal and everything. Shoot with minimum takes, key scenes only. It's not good. It's about to get worse. It is about to get worse. Oh, we can do 15 days, though. We'll go ahead and do that. 2 weeks. 18 days. Okay, it's not going to be as bad as it could be. But it's still not going to be good. It's going to be fresh, though. That's all we're worried about at this point. Because unfortunately, Notorious will not, but that means we don't need to push this through production. We can let it go at its dear sweet time. And let's get... Oh, wait, what do we have here? The printing office. Oh, no. We don't have anywhere to... And we can't rotate that? Oh, that's... Well, keep that in mind. That the printing office is kind of big. So if you are planning on using a printing office, leave space. We got to throw a corporate party. Everybody's got to be happy. And we have a problem with Frightening Tales. Oh, no. Working on weekends has frayed everyone's nerves. The director grabbed an actor by the ear, started shaking him as hard as he could. A fight broke out and it ended with just a couple bruises, but the working atmosphere on the set has greatly deteriorated. It's going to be so bad. The things we do for art, only this isn't art. We're trashing our art. Gentleman's agreement. Everything is fresh. How fresh is it? It's actually very fresh. So go ahead and start this. Not going to be great. But it's going to be decent enough. $30 days to 50 days. That is a big jump. All right. We're going to make it, and we're still going to have time to release our good films. That's my goal. Because we're not giving up those good scripts. No, sir. Working Man, I will still use our young ones for these. The Angry Boss can be Stephen Holt. This is a good way to get them experience. If we weren't on the time crunch, we could do both. A Monk Wanders Through the Meadows. You know what we care about? It's fresh. Good job, Jesse. This is our Caribbean dejected idealist sci-fi comedy murder or nudity. Protagonist dreams. Murder is the only concern there, as it may not stay fresh. Let's see. News from the Past is almost there. Let's get Hell Awakens. Throw that party. Get this one into post. This one's not a bad one. So we are going to do 27 days. 30. We'll keep this one. We have time on this one. I kind of want to make sure it doesn't overlap too much with Frightening Tales. The only one of the problems is we are tying up producers by not releasing some of these movies. We can take our time on this one. It's not until December that this is going to be fresh. All right, what do we have waiting here? March will be one. Spellbound. You get more of a run. And then El Dorado is going to get more of a run too because we don't have other options over the holiday season. It's dropped off a lot. But it's still going to get 20,000 theaters. Because we have nothing better to put out there. Actually, we have nothing to put out there outside of everything. But okay, so In Which We Serve will be ready in March. These two will be ready fairly soon. The toy ship is ready to go into production. Again, this will be a quick shoot. 20 days. Bam. Let's see what we have out here that we can put in. The Reanimator. Probably get this one going. That one is going to be one of our better films, though, so I want to give it time. We will shoot this one all on location. It'll be one of the last of our 13, because this is a good one, and we want to make sure it stays that way. So it can take its time. We'll have others that will be out there, pushed out there a lot faster. There we go. We're running out on that. Thriller, horrors, and dramas. No one really fits, so let's give it to Brian Griffith. Cornelius Porter will be our detective. Put our star. And Carol Quinn will be the key witness. Jed Graves. Mad Scientist is Rutkowski. We have a hit film on our hands there. Let's check out the script ideas for Mr. Jesse Holt. Dystopian Futuristic City, Wayward Soul. We've got... all these have been used somewhat, so we'll go with the thriller one. Jesse Holt. And let's get to work on another script. This one is Crossfire. This was a 1947 film directed by Edward Dmytryk, starring the Roberts, Robert Young, Robert Mitchum, and Robert Ryan. It's a crime noir film about soldiers. There was a soldier that was found dead in Washington, D.C. Former soldiers could be the murderers. There's I think another, we'll put a detective on this one. Actually, we're going to make it a cop instead, just for the freshness angle of it. We're going to make a criminal gang. There were 3 other soldiers. Only one of them did the murder, but we have fresh abilities on this one. We cannot do the first victim. It won't be fresh if we do that. I don't know that we need anybody. Well, we need, I guess... no, we're not going to do any supporting. We will have a betrayal because it was one of the soldiers did kill him. I don't remember what the argument's over. But he kills him. There is a showdown because he gets shot at the end. Close, one other protagonist dies. That's going to be the other soldier. And at the end, the antagonist gets killed. Not a strong script, but we're going to put a good writer behind it. Oh, wait, what am I doing? We got to have a search for the killer. Oh, it's close to being. Now we'll just go with this in case we can use it. So that gets us that one going. We will then get Mr. Felix on the detective action one. Or Bernard, sorry. See what you can come up with that one. 84 days to write that? Huh. Because he's using sci-fi, drama, romance, action, and something else. Okay, our lake is ready to go. Everything's fresh and it's going to stink. It's going to be bad. What's it got in it? Nothing that's going to put us over the top on anything either. It will get... No, it won't get the World War II boost because it's going to be after 1946. Let's just put it right here. We'll do 30,000 because nothing else is going to be out. Express print that. And no one's going to like this movie. It's just bad. A film that has advertised. No, we're good. We're good. It's got the 100%. I don't know why he's warning us now on that one. David Gutman's ready to cash in one more time for us. And let's see what the end results have for us for the year. Big tax bill because we made a lot of profit. And we're the only ones to make a profit. Okay, Gerstein lost a little bit of money that time. Let's see where we finished on the top 10. Sweeping the top 10 box office successes. For Whom the Bell Tolls. The Juggernaut just kept on going. Laura was huge. Look at this. We had 5 hit 20 million. All the top 10. Critical acclaim. Let's keep in mind Henry V. The Lost Weekend. For Whom the Bell Tolls. We're going to put For Whom the Bell Tolls. We have to put that thing out there. For Whom the Bell Tolls was an A+ for the audiences as well. Add protagonist avoids punishment. No, we will not stand for that. They better not have a lot to try to cancel that out. Yeah, they didn't have their heart in it. Gerstein had less influence. We're about to get a whole lot more influence with the Pollux. Oh my goodness, everybody. And here we got another one. Comedy, Roger Jenkins. Everybody's established at everything now. Oh yeah, established as a war criminal. That's what he wants to be known as. Okay, we've done 3. We're about to get our 4th. There's our 5th. 6. Oh, News from the Past is done. Paralyzing fear. Ugh. Why is Frightening Tales not shooting? Everything's fresh here. Is everything very fresh? It is. Good deal. There we go. 30 days. I don't want to go below medium if we don't have to. Why is this not shooting? And it just locked up on me again. So we'll be back and pick back up here in just a minute after I get it fixed. Okay, I think I have this problem fixed. I played back through. I figured out what's going on with our one film. Where to go? News from the Past is going here. We've got Frightening Tales ready to go. So I did everything pretty much the same outside of Frightening Tales. I just streamlined. We let everything else wait to go out there. So that's why some of these other things are being done later. Everything else I did the same, except the only difference, because I missed one of the deadlines, Spellbound ended up releasing on Christmas. And so we ended up with a Christmas movie. Turned out to be okay. But everything else has been basically the same. Now we can get to work. But I did notice a problem as I was playing catch up. Sherman Matthews, Frightening Tales is 60% horror, not 65%. So there's one thing we have a shot at doing here. Bernard Larson, he finishes in 5 days. So we are going to see if we can rush a true factory film with Bernard and get it out in under 130 days. It's going to be tight, but I think we can do it. We'll see once he finishes with this script. And the one thing we're going to do is we are going to go at a slower pace to make sure we get that one. Then we can start getting all these others going. So we have here, but I do not want to get... Yeah, it's going to be tricky because I'm going to kind of clear the slate of these films to make sure all of these are free. So that way we can get whatever script he does into action. So he finishes with Gentleman's Agreement. And now instead of putting him on something else that we might have done, we are going to put Bernard onto another script. And it needs to be, just to make sure, 65% horror. So we are going to call this one, since we're doing this in the factory setup, we're going to call this Hell's Factory. Because that's what this thing is going to be. It's going to be a horror with a little bit of thriller, but we're going to do 65% horror. Whew. And we're going to put this in a city. We are going to have a last survivor. Let's do a last survivor. He's going to make his way to this factory or something, find an enemy from the past, 2 very fresh story elements. We're going to have no supporting characters. We're going to do, they find each other. There's a shootout that happens. And in the finale, we're going to have the protagonist returns home from the factory. There you go. 4 elements. Bernard, please get this thing done. It is 47 days. So that leaves us with 90 days, little less, to shoot this thing, get it into post. But, oh no. At 36 years old, Dick Beck. Now we have to also be careful on the fresh elements. So we're going to be careful and check all those because we can stack these, I believe. So as long as we make sure the rest of these hit, we should be able to, in the next 5 or 6 months, knock out all 13 of these films potentially, because a lot of these factory films, we're just going to get going. So Fumes, that's not too shabby. So some of these that we may have been running, I had to get later to get the other one through. We're just going to ramp these all through real fast, make everybody stressed out. 23 days, that'll be done before that script's done, so we can make sure that frees up as well. And we're going to see if we can pull this thing out in the true factory spirit. All right, Notorious. This is a good script. We do not want to rush this one. It is 86 days. We could cut it down. I mean, even there, it's not going to be that much better. So we're just going to do this. It has stale elements anyways. We'll just do this, do the 94 days. 1001 Nights Under the Bombs. 5151. This is one that got a little bit slower because I had to clear up the slate. This thing can be shot real fast. Look at that. 19 days. We could shoot it in 2 weeks. Oh, it's got 41 days over on location, though. 35 days, 12 days. That's not bad. Get that going. El Dorado has run its course. We'll send that to the archive. And Spellbound is doing really well, so we're going to keep that going because we got nothing but Frightening Tales coming up. Nothing else is going to be released, so we'll just leave it at, you know what, let's just leave it at that. Might as well. And we will see how this thing goes. Now that doesn't help. Okay. It has stale elements now, but it didn't. Oh, and we have the police arriving. It's the bribe. Oh, the bribe worked. Hey. There we go. All right. It is getting close to Pollux award winning time, our award nominations as well. We have the toy ship here. 5, 7, and 4, 8. Again, this is a factory film. We're clearing the slate for Bernard to get his film going. 29 days should be plenty of time. Okay, Pollux Awards. Let's see what we've got. Spellbound, Heaven Can Wait, Going My Way, Meet Me in St. Louis, Have and Have Not, Dynamic Duo, and Henry V look like these are going to be our big ones. Let's go ahead and put that one and Dynamic Duo out there. Now let's take a look at some of these other. Spellbound, as far as reviews go, 3 4-star reviews and then some weaker ones. I feel like The Lost Weekend had some good, it did have some good reviews. 5 and 4 and then 3 and 3. Heaven Can Wait, 3, 3, 3, just a 4. Going My Way had 3 4-stars, but then some bad ones. Anchors Away, not very many. We're going to put The Lost Weekend up there. What about El Dorado? Yeah, we're going to go with The Lost Weekend. For Best Cinematography, we're going to go... Henry V is in the Dynamic Duo. We're going to put on all of these. It's kind of like a Titanic situation. They're just going to kind of see if they can sweep any. And I feel like El Dorado would be up there for cinematography. Best Actor, it's going to be Henry V again, with Harry Thomas getting the nod. And then we've got Dynamic Duo. Who would get that there? Cornelius Porter. Go for that. And then I think we'll go with, well, that's too many of them there. I don't like that they do all of them at once. What about Going My Way? Roger Jenkins, maybe? Or Heaven Can Wait? Let's go with Heaven Can Wait. Stanley Fitzgerald. Best Actress. Well, here we go. Spellbound, Julia Holt. Meet Me in St. Louis with Carol Quinn. And then The Chinese Ribbon with Pearl Cummings. We'll see who can get that one. Best Director. Again, we will go with Henry V. Dynamic Duo. And I feel like Spellbound deserves one on this one. Screenplay, we're going to go Henry V, which is kind of adapted screenplay, if you think about it. Dynamic Duo and Spellbound, I think. No, The Lost Weekend. That one was one they liked. So let's see what we can do with that. And we will find out where that is on the next episode there. So we've got the fresh take. You know, now I realize twice as fast is what we really need. But it's too late in this. That would be a good one to have for the factory. That's for sure. We'll just go ahead and try the 10 story elements. We're not going to get there before it's all done. Frightening Tales is going to release with the one that we thought was going to be it, but it only had 60% horror. So now we are on the true factory deadline to see if we can get this thing rushed out there and put into production in time. For something we put together pretty quick, and with not Sherman Matthews did a wonderful job with it. Nothing is stale. So that means we can start looking at some of these other scripts and getting these out there in production as well. Throw the Rat Party, 2-5, 2-6, and 5-5. These are horrible. We will let our inexperienced ones get a shot at this one. 26-year-old and 19-year-old. 17 days, that's still pretty fast. So is 19, 18. Let's just stick with amazing on that one. They're under 3 weeks. That's going to be a quick one that gets out there. They were expendable is now fresh. Let's make sure it doesn't have anything we're going to need. Parent figure is going to go back to being stale. Everything else is going to be okay. So let's get this one ready to go out there. And this will get us closer to that 13. Let's just double check. Is everything fresh? Fresh. Everything is fresh. Okay. I like that one. They were expendable. We can get this thing ready to go. We will do this one there. We're going to do all of these pretty quick. We're going to give them all a lot of theaters as well. I'm not going to be as precise on these. That's a good run. That's going to do well. We've got 3 weeks just in time. We got some just-in-time delivery principles going on here. Young men and men. That's not surprising. No tricks. We're going to save that influence. We're going to need it because they keep attacking us on the code. Let's get another party going because we need to keep our people happy. The good thing is we're under 50 days from luxurious parties. Okay, so we got one that's fully, our lake is fully there. Okay, nominee time. And then let's see what we think will be the Pollux winners. We have swept the nominees for Best Film. Ooh, Cecil Schaefer from Do the Math. A Gerstein one. Got in there on Best Actor. Or not Best Actor, sorry, Best Cinematography. Best Actor, we've swept those. Best Actress, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. We have swept all of them except for Best Cinematography. So we will see if we can steal that one. Of course, we're going to attend. That's what we do. So it is February 1st, 1947. That means we are going to leave off here. We are 23 days away from Hell's Factory script getting written. We're going to see if that can get done. We're not going to put anything else into production until that one gets in production. So that way we can make sure these sound stages are clear. We don't want anything to be tied up with any of them. And we will hope for the best. I think we can do the 17 or 16-hour days, 7 days a week. We'll do minimal takes and all that stuff if we have to, and we will get this thing pumped out there. So it's going to make it for an exciting end to this factory run to make sure we can get it. If we do, we're going to get this thing in mid-1947, I think, and then we can lock down 5 story elements, and we can just have fun and release a bunch of big-time movies after that. And these will just bam, 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 release them all, and just see what magic we can make at the movies in that last year and a half that we might have. So I want to thank you all for joining me on this one. Despite the hiccups, I do appreciate all of you spending the time, all the comments, everything. You all have been great throughout the series. It's going to be sad to see it end in a couple episodes, but we will finish strong. And with that being said, until next time, take care and have yourselves an amazing day.